Hey everybody, Raven here, and today we're starting a new series with my friend here, Stephanie at Flying Eagle Coins, and it's called Shop Talk. We're going to have different episodes where we talk about things that happen within the local coin shops and the numismatic world. Today, we want to talk about how to become a coin collector, some tips of what to do and what to avoid, and the supplies and things that you're going to need to be a successful collector and have fun doing this amazing hobby that we all love. So, Stephanie, what are some of your main tips for a new numismatic person that's just getting started?
I would say the first thing is be careful what you find on the internet. Take that with a huge grain of salt, anything you find, but we'll discuss that later. Also, error coins are not as valuable as you think. They're not as easy to find as you think. And be sure to stay away from cleaning your coins. Coins are antiques. They want to have all the grime and history on them.
Sounds good. So, like Stephanie said, there are things that you want to avoid. You want to go to a really reputable local coin shop versus going on some of these different videos you see on YouTube that are actually set up more as clickbait instead of being informative, because, well, drama and things like that sell. But one of the things we want to start you off with is a solid foundation for the things that you're going to need to become a starting coin collector. All right, so sitting in front of us are certain things that you're going to need to become a successful coin collector. That is right here is the Red Book. This is the official, basically, numismatic Bible to new coin collectors. This gives you all sorts of information about retail pricing, as well as a cool section on how to grade your coins and understand different things that you're looking at, and the grading, what the things they're looking for in the different grades as they go through. Then you're going to go to other sections that have the individual coins themselves, like Liberty seated dimes, and it's going to give you a description of the coin, how much it weighs, what the silver content is, and then these here tell you how many were minted, what the different grades are, and the various retail numbers. Now remember, this is a retail guide, so these are full-blown retail pricing. The next thing that you're going to want to have is some supplies, such as the loop. You're going to want yourself a stack of really cool flips or 2x2s. These are for $50 size. And then you're going to want a storage box for your coins. This is one of those that holds the 2x2s in there. They'd be folded over and stapled. A nice stapler is something that you're also going to want. They have ones at the coin shops that actually flatten the staples for you. And now when you're wanting to figure out, matter of fact, Stephanie will show you one. This is one of them, and they do cost a little bit more, but they will save you a lot of money because you don't want your coins scraping up against each other. Now, when you're getting into trying to figure out how to grade coins, this is a good general guide, but the thing that you really want to find, if you can get your hands on one, these run about $100 or so. They're out of print, but these are a really great tool. This is the Making the Grade. They go through all the different nuances of the coins. They show you the different grading from the lowest levels all the way up to the MS levels, which is mint state. And if you can find this book, like I said, it's going to cost you about $100. But if you can't find it, a good website to use is PCGS, and they have the photo grade is what you want to look for. Now, you're going to say, well, Raven, what do I do when I want to sell a coin back, or I want to know the true value to my coin? Well, then you're going to want to possibly invest in a gray sheet. Now, gray sheet does cost quite a bit of money to get, but you can go online and you can actually find used ones, and you can buy used ones. But this will tell you what they call CPG, which is Consumer Price Guide of coins. So if you look here, it'll tell you on the different gradings. You know what? We need one that's a little bit better. And you know what? Actually, I'm confusing the app. I have the app on the phone that tells you consumer pricing. This one here strictly tells you dealer pricing, so I apologize for that, everybody. But you look through here, and it'll give you a general idea. So you have a Barber quarter that's from 1908 New Orleans, and a G4, it's worth $9.50. That's what a dealer guide is. And they're going to say, okay, I'm going to buy this from you for about 80% of $9.50. And that's one of the things that you kind of need to understand is that these are guides. They're not the holy grail on the pricing, because some coins are a little more sought after, like key dates, and people will pay more money for a key date. And another topic that we talked about just a minute ago that Stephanie hit upon was error coins. There's a lot of misinformation out there about what really an error coin is versus a variety. Would you like to explain that?
Errors are serious. There's only a few of them. They're extremely rare. It was a mistake at the mint. Whereas your varieties are going to be more like slight changes, slight differences due to the different mints. The dyes are different at different locations. As the dyes wear out, they'll make slight changes in the coins before they need to be completely replaced. There's a lot of after the fact damage that people try to say is mint damage. It's just damage after the fact.
Okay, so when she's talking about varieties, you're looking at things like die cracks, which happen over time because the actual die that makes the coin from slamming into the metal over time, the dies themselves deteriorate. Now, die cracks are cool, but they're actually a variety and not really an error, because it's the wear and tear of the machine versus them taking a coin and double stamping it, which is called doubled die. Also a variation in runs of what the coin is, because they might have had a die that they polished 4 different times throughout the whole life of the coin, and that's where you get chips and cuds and different things that show up. Other things that you might see are grease through strike errors, where they have grease on there that helps keep the machine cool, and sometimes you'll have a coin that says, "In God we rust," or it's missing a couple letters. Those are what we call varieties, and they're kind of interchangeable. Yes, a variety is a type of error, but it is not a true error. So you want to use your vocabulary properly when talking about it. Now, in front of us, we have a number of really cool error coins that we're going to show you. So as you see sitting in front of us, we have a number of errors. And one of the things I want to touch on again about variety versus error is that varieties happen in the thousands. Errors, true errors, happen in smaller numbers. It might be as low as a couple, like 4 or 5, to a couple hundred max. But other than that, errors are a lot more rare. So Stephanie, you want to talk about some of the ones we have?
First one we have is a clipped planchet. You can barely see it, but right there, it got clipped off a little bit. Maybe it's better on this side. It's about a $50 error. I've seen some that are a little bit more, a little bit less.
And that really depends on the drasticness of the
clip.
Of the clip.
Exactly.
Sometimes you'll see them double clipped, and that's where an accident where the coin actually got stamped out, and then it was sitting off of the collar and gets a little stamp again, and that cuts out the coin.
This one here is missing its clad layer. So you see it's got it on the back, but all we see is the copper here. Now that's actually a pretty rare one, which is why it's about a $200 error. Yeah. And again, it's on a dollar coin. I believe the coin that it's on matters as well.
Yes, it does.
For example, our off-center quarter here, it's 45, but on the cent, $12.
And the thing is about these is the rarity. It's going to be very hard to find these coins that are off-centered like this, because they're actually a little bit bigger than the normal coin, so it's harder to get them in circulation because they get spit out by the machines. And then last but not least, we have a planchet error where it's just never been used. Now that's not really truly an error, so to speak. That's literally just an unused coin in the minting process. So we hope that these general tips help you guys start your coin collection and numismatic journey in a positive way. And we'll be making more episodes in the near future talking about different topics in the numismatic world.
What do you want to hear? Leave in a comment.
So make sure you leave a comment down below of anything that you'd like to see in a video, and we'll try to get that taken care of for you. If you want to correspond, it's ravenhawkcoins@gmail.com. The P.O. Box is 721-296, Norman, Oklahoma 73070. Like always, please make sure to take care of one another, and we'll see you real soon. Ravenhawk Coins, have a great day.